In this video, we're going to take Catherine the Great, the ruthless empress who built the largest empire on Earth, and we're going to drop her into today. Your timeline, your office, your group chat. Then, move for move, we'll compare the exact tricks she used to seize a throne in the 1700s with the exact tricks people use right now to win power, attention, and status. 7 moments from her life. 7 mirrors held up to ours. And by the end, you'll never look at a personal brand the same way again. So picture a 15-year-old girl stepping off a carriage into the Russian winter. She doesn't speak the language. She has no army, no money, no allies, and a name nobody will remember, Sophie. 30 years later, that same girl will rule the largest empire on Earth, and the girl named Sophie will be gone. Not dead, erased, on purpose, by her own hand. Because every ruthless move she made to get there, you've seen this week. You've maybe done one of them. Catherine wasn't the past, she was a prophecy. Let's compare. Start with the erasure. To win Russia, Sophie deleted Sophie. New name, new religion, new language, new past, a whole human being rebuilt from scratch for one purpose. Power. Now look at your own phone. There's the main account and the private one. The soft launch of a new relationship, a new body, a new personality. Tested on close friends before the public rollout. The dating profile, that's you on your best day, lit from above 3 years ago. None of it is quite a lie. It's a launch strategy. Psychologists call it impression management. You don't show people who you are, you show them the version the algorithm rewards. Catherine just ran that strategy 250 years before the App Store, and she paid the price nobody warns you about. Rebrand yourself often enough, and one day you go looking for the original file, and it's been overwritten. A new self is worthless if nobody believes it. So Catherine went straight for the verified accounts of her century. She wrote long, flattering letters to Voltaire and Diderot, the most famous minds alive, and got them praising her across Europe, not for their advice, for their stamp. Today, she'd never bother. She'd just buy it. The as featured in Forbes badge that was actually a paid contributor post. The skincare line whose celebrity founder has never once used it. The blue check mark that used to mean trusted and now means paid $9. The fake 5-star reviews written by an AI in a server farm. It's social proof. We don't judge what's true, we count who's clapping. Catherine wasn't buying ideas from those philosophers. She was renting their reputations. Because if you control who vouches for you, you win the argument before anyone's heard a word you've said. But reputation only gets you to the door. To walk through it, Catherine did the opposite of what you'd expect. She made herself small. For years, she played the sad, ignored, harmless little wife of a foolish emperor, dabbing at tears in public, while privately memorizing the fears of every general and the wishes of every priest. The woman everyone pitied was quietly taking inventory. And you've met her. She's the new hire who just has a few innocent questions, who never pushes, never threatens, and somehow has the CEO's ear and your job description rewritten within 6 months. It's weaponized underestimation. Catherine played weakness like an instrument, because the lower your guard drops, the closer she gets. Being underestimated isn't a disadvantage, not when you're the only one who knows it's a performance. Then, the strike. When Catherine finally took the throne, it wasn't a brawl. It was a coup so cleanly staged that even the emperor she removed seemed to accept it was simply meant to be. By the time the soldiers knelt, she'd already sold them the story. Not a traitor, a rescue. Now watch the modern version. The CEO who steps down to spend more time with family. The same morning, the board's replacement is already announced. The co-founder who walks in smiling, having locked every single vote in private the night before. Nobody fights, because Catherine's masterstroke was making the takeover feel like gravity. Manufactured inevitability. People don't resist what feels like fate. She never battled the system. She became the precise thing it was already begging for, and let everyone believe the coronation was their idea all along. Holding power took her coldest trick. Catherine's favorites lived like gods: gold, palaces, titles, total adoration. She built them into stars. And the second one stopped being useful. She didn't scream or punish. She just replaced him. Next, you felt a smaller version of this. The company with family painted on the break room wall, until the all-hands link hits your calendar with no agenda, and your laptop's locked before the meeting ends. The mentor who adored you right up until you needed something back. The warmth was real. It was also rented by the month. Catherine related to people transactionally. A bond was only ever worth what it produced. And that's what unsettles you. There's no rage in it, no villain speech. To her, a person wasn't a connection. It was a resource with an expiration date, colder than cruelty. Here's the twist that makes her truly modern. Through all of it, she was sure she was the good guy. She'd sign a glowing, enlightened reform and a brutal, merciless order with the same steady hand, fully believing she was fair, wise, progressive. Sound familiar? The billionaire posting, "Stay humble, outwork everyone," from a third yacht. The fast fashion brand, with the recycling logo and the burning landfill. The influencer selling raw, unfiltered honesty from a kitchen staged by a crew of 4. The gap between the caption and the life. Your brain has a tool for living in that gap: moral licensing. Once you've proven you're one of the good ones, you quietly issue yourself a permission slip for everything else. Catherine never felt like a hypocrite. She felt like a brand worth protecting at any cost. By the end, that protection ate her alive. She spent her final years rewriting her own legend, paying historians for kind words, scrubbing the archives, making sure Sophie, the real girl, stayed buried forever. Drop her into now and you can see it, frame for frame. 2 a.m., blue light on her face, deleting the old posts, untagging the photos, archiving an entire past before anyone screenshots it. It's legacy anxiety. The desperate need to write your story before the internet writes it for you. But it carries a quiet, brutal price. The more of yourself you burn guarding the reflection, the less of you is ever left behind it. And that's the moment her story stops being a history lesson and turns slowly to face you. Catherine won. Everything. Land, power, a name that outlived her by centuries. And yet, open the mirror at the center of it all, and there's no one home. Just the reflection of an empire. The performance got so total that the person vanished inside it. Here's the uncomfortable part. You live in the world she invented. Brands, feeds, carefully managed selves. Everyone a little bit Sophie, building a little bit of Catherine. So before you scroll to the next thing, sit with the question she spent a lifetime running from. When you finally stop performing, when the screen goes black and the audience logs off, is there still someone standing there? The desk became a laptop. The letters became posts. The crown became a follower count. But the hunger to control the story? That never changed at all. The mirror is still empty. The only question is whose face is in it now. I'm Dark Throne Minds. Every week we go inside the minds of history's most powerful, most dangerous, and most psychologically fascinating figures. Subscribe, turn on notifications. The history books left out the best parts. We'll find them.